Hi everyone, welcome back to the Nails channel. I'm Steffi Fernandez, and in today's video I'll be showing you two really simple ways of how to achieve a vertical ombre. Let's get cracking. So I'm going to show you two different ways, and both ways will have white gel polish as a base for the design. So I'm going to go ahead and apply two thin layers on each nail, and then I'll show you my secret. So I'm just applying that nice and even. Right, so I've got both nails cured. I'm going to start with the pigment method that I use. So instead of doing an ombre with a gel polish, I actually use pigments. It's so much easier to blend pigments, especially on a matte top coat background. So I'm going in with a very thin layer of a matte top coat. And for this design, I'm going to apply it really thin all over the nail. But I'm not going to cure it for the full length of time. What I want to be doing is actually cure it for 5 seconds, remove it, work the pigment in, and then cure it for the rest of the time, okay? So I'm going in to I'm putting the nail in the lamp, 5 seconds, and then I'm going to remove the nail. And 5 seconds are done. So it's not fully cured, okay? Now, what I like to do is use eyeshadow brushes for this design. So I've got a shader brush, which is here, which is kind of flatter, more flatter than a blending brush. And I've got a blending brush as well, okay? So I'm going to be using two shades for this one. And I'm going to be using a bright orange pigment, and then a darker orange pigment for this one. I think it looks really cool. So I'll be using these two colors. Again, I'm working with colors that are similar, so it looks smoothless and the colors mix in nicely. So I'm going to start firstly by using the lighter shade, because if I go in with a darker shade and then dip into the lighter shade, it might not be as nice and smooth, right? So I'm going to pick up that orange that's brighter. I'm going to pat a little bit on my lint-free wipe, and then I'm just going to work it in to that nail with my shading brush. I'm just working it into the nail and literally just pressing it on and trying to get all the color on, starting from the corner and then working my way to the middle. So again, I'm working it in, and it's easier to work the pigment into a layer that's not fully cured. It will really be nice and bright. And now I'm going to dip into the darker color, but before we continue, I'm going to not go straight to the middle. I'm going to start from this side first, okay? So I'm going to start from this side first and then work my way to the middle. So I'm really pressing the color in here. Pressing the color. And then when the brush is running out of color, I'm trying to bring it out to the middle just to start and blend it. So I'm working it in, and then I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush and just remove all the excess. Now, I'm not really happy with the transition just yet, so I'm going to go and work that color in to make sure there's a nice transition between both. So don't be afraid to add more color if you need to. Really work that brush in, and when you get to the middle as well, work it in. Really try and blend both colors. And now I'm going in with the fluffy brush and just going in between both colors and going back and forth. That will help smooth the transition between both colors. And there's your ombre. I'm gonna put a top coat on this, and that will really bring everything together, and it will look so nice once it's done. Super smooth, and it blends so nicely. And I'm going to pop this into the lamp. For my second method, I'm going to use some colors out of my favorite range, which is the jelly range. And I believe those colors, they really blend easily because they're semi-transparent. So, you know, I use that for shading and all sorts. They blend so well in comparison to opaque colors. So I'm going to apply a nice thin layer of, what color is this? I believe Sour Plum on half of the nail. And because we've put the white underneath, it looks opaque already, right? It doesn't look like a jelly unless it was clear, of course. And then I'm going to be using Feijoa, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous kind of, I would say bottle green or a kind of turquoisey, you know what I mean? It's got a tealy kind of, a bit of both. Gonna use that in here. Lovely. I'm gonna clean the brush. And then I'm gonna go into my ombre brush and start mixing both colors. Now it's a lot easier than mixing two opaque colors, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and just give it a bit of a wiggle in the center from side to side. And then I'm going to just gently stroke the nail down and mix both colors. And even if it seems like the colors separate and you can see the white underneath, just let the color self-level after, because it will self-level anyway, and it will just kind of be okay, if it makes sense. I'm going to self-level for a few seconds, and then I'm going to pop it into the lamp. Right, so I've got the first layer on. I just want to make it slightly more opaque, so a bit more vibrant in color. So I'm just going to go in for the second layer. So it's a bit darker. Oh, that's nice. I love this green. It's so nice.
Yes, I love it.
Slime vibes. Going back in with my brush, and I'm just stroking it gently down the center. I've done another video on how to do a vertical ombre using acrylic powder, and that is a really easy method. I think it's the easiest out of them all. So I'll get them to link it somewhere here, and you can have a look at that, because I've done the trending reverse ombre, right? So I've used acrylic powder, and that really works well.
It's a really cool design as well.
Yeah, I love it. Literally just stroking it back and forth, mixing both colors. I'm gonna let that self levels, and then I'm gonna pop it into the lamp. Top coat in, brings everything together, especially with jelly. So good. And there you have it, guys. We've got two different ways of achieving a vertical ombre. Firstly, I really love the color combos. What do you think? They're incredible, aren't they? So, I mean, it is so easy to use both. Like I said, I've done another video with acrylic powder that is, in my opinion, the best method for ombre altogether for anyone that struggles as well. Mixing is so much easier on a rough surface, but again, pigments, super easy. You've seen it taken, what, 1 minute to do it?
Yeah.
Literally just work the color in, brush it on, and you'll get that super beautiful, smooth transition between both colors. So yeah, try the jelly, try the pigments, let me know which one works for you best. And if there's any other ways or any other ombre designs that you'd like to see, make sure you leave a comment below. And as usual, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I'll see you all on the next one. Take care, guys.